Stream of God Consciousness by Anshu Patre. That's me. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Stream of God Consciousness. Delusions of Grandeur in Alternate Reality by Anshu Patre. That's me. Gasping, an old man breathed his last, surrounded by his family in a large mansion, on a tropical island in the midst of a spiritual community, watched online by tens of millions of followers with tears and smiles. God smiled and opened his arms to Anshu's soul as his subtle energy raced through dimensional vortexes of time and space. A star here, a galaxy there, the swirling nebula of universes being born. Anshu watched all of it through widening vision. At first his inner eye saw material things, but very quickly the vision saw into everything, and everything itself shrank into infinite nothingness. And then this infinite nothingness gave birth to the spiritual realms of the devas, of little gods splashing in brilliant streams and lying in blissful glades. Heaven after heaven bloomed before his soul. Each realm entered into a higher levels of enjoyment, of infinite lifetimes, of greater forms of transcendent bliss. And each time Anshu's soul passed from one heaven to the next, the gods on one level realized their unity with the gods on the next, and the gods of one heaven reality were selves residing within the deeper heaven reality of the higher gods, and higher gods were each within the deeper reality of the super gods. And it went on like this in manner for infinity. And as Anshu's soul blazed from heaven to the next, a brilliant white-blue comet in the sky, the god saw the truth that everything was the infinite, non-dual, boundless one, the God beyond God, and the bliss of heaven was nothing compared to the bliss of the next. It is as if the cell realized its unity with the deeper reality of human being, and just as the cell cannot experience the love and bliss that a human can experience, the gods on one level were only a smaller experiencing reality within the higher gods of the next. It was God blissed out within God, blissed out within God, blissed out within God, so on ad infinitum. The comet of his soul flickered and brightened, destroying and enlightening each heaven at the speed of light. The gods cried out in anguish and ecstasy. They were anguished by the loss of their individual consciousness, their loss of living eternity in heavenly bliss. But the indescribable bliss of merging with Brahman, with God, was so powerful that it obliterated their souls into pure wonder and delight, merging them with Anshu's comet soul as it flew from one reality to the next. Anshu's soul grew and widened, embracing and connecting larger and deeper levels of reality, and as the bliss heightened, as the speed of his soul only increased, as the God came closer and closer, as the love grew more and more intense, Anshu laughed at the most profound truth of all. The journey would never end. This is God. His soul would only grow more blissful, higher and higher, bigger and bigger.